What's up, guys, and welcome back to another rebuild. I have for you guys here today on Madden 21. Today's video is going to be a fantasy style rebuild of the Carolina Panthers. They're one of the teams that was suggested on my last rebuild, so I figured why not go ahead and rebuild them. They have a cool young team. They have some interesting rookies they just selected, so I think this one can be pretty fun. Also, of course, Sam Darnold at quarterback. We got that, story going on throughout this entire video. See if he can play better than he did on the Jets. I'm sure he will, just because it's Madden, and I feel like he probably will progress at least a little bit. But yeah, anyway, if you guys end up enjoying this video, a like would be definitely appreciated. It goes a long way. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And also, if you are not already subscribed, and if you like watching rebuilds and Madden 21 content, all that good stuff, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and start going over the team. I don't know why I always make like a really dramatic transition when I always say like, let's go ahead and go over the team. I don't know. But of course, we talked about him very briefly, but Sam Darnold, Sammy D, is the starting quarterback here. Of course, he was acquired in the offseason via trade. I'll actually have to see if that trade went through in this roster. It probably didn't, so I think I'll have to get rid of some draft picks. I'll make sure to do that, though, before we simulate. And if I forget, hopefully I remember by the draft. I don't know. But yeah, he's a 70 overall. He's really not good. He really hasn't been good. But it's okay. It's Madden. Hopefully things can change. He has a pretty good team. Definitely a better team than the Jets around him. At least the teams he's dealt with on the Jets, that's for sure. So we're going to see how Sam Darnold does. I really hope I can keep him this entire time because I want him to be in the title somewhere. Christian McCaffrey, though, is the running back, one of the best running backs in all of football. He's an excellent receiving back, but he's good at everything else pretty much too, I guess, aside from power running because his trucking is so poor. But he's ridiculous with the ball in his hands. He doesn't drop many passes. He's very good. He's a 98 overall superstar X Factor. Their receiving core is really solid as well. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. We also have Terrace Marshall, who is a rookie who was just drafted. He should be really fun to try to develop. David Moore is also here. For some reason, I thought this was like DJ Moore at first because, of course, very similar looking names, but we have David Moore at the number 4 in the wide receiver core. There we go. We're going to keep the rhyme going. I don't know. But yeah, they have a good group of wide receivers for sure. DJ Moore is sick. Superstar development, only 23 years old. I actually kind of want him being the number 1 receiver. Robbie Anderson is a bit better at the moment, but DJ Moore is tremendous for the future. He's also very good. Like, I could see him being like an 88 right now too, and I wouldn't really complain about it. But he's probably just an 84 just to give him room to grow still. And then, of course, we have Marshall. He's probably going to be the slot receiver just to get him as involved as possible. Should be fine in that role. His best route running is short, so we're chilling with him in the slot. That should be fine. Their offensive line isn't that great. We have some value here for sure. Like Brady Christensen, who's a rookie. Is he actually 24? I don't know. That's what he is in this roster, so I'm going to roll with it. Taylor Moton's really good at right tackle. He's an 85 overall, by far the best offensive lineman on the team. We do have Pat Elflein, who isn't that bad. He's a 72, 26 years old. I'd rather have him starting than Cameron Irving. That's probably the case, because then we have Greg Little here at left tackle, who's pretty young. I'm probably going to trade Irving then, and then keep the rest of the offensive line. But it's not a great unit, but it's not horrible. I've definitely dealt with worse. Their tight end situation isn't really that good. Hopefully we can get a different tight end at some point soon. And then defensively, I think this is where a lot of the youth is on this team. Like, I mean, their offense isn't old by any means, but like Brian Burns is super young. I think he's like 23. He's 22 years old. Derek Brown is still considered a rookie right now. Yetur Gross-Matos is still considered a rookie right now. Dante Jackson's like 24. And then, of course, they just drafted J.C. Horn, who I gave superstar development. That might be a bit much, but my reasoning for this is because he was the first cornerback taken. I feel like Patrick Surtain is going to have superstar development, and if he does, I feel like J.C. Horn also deserves it. Because J.C. Horn is very good. A lot of people thought he was the best corner in the class. It was pretty much a toss-up between him and Surtain for a lot of people. So I think J.C. Horn with superstar is warranted. I don't think that's too much. So I'm comfortable with him having superstar. I'm sorry if you think that's a little bit cheesy, but, I didn't give Marshall star. I could have done that, but I didn't. I feel like I could justify that as well. But, Marshall's a receiver. He's probably going to go up regardless. But yeah, anyway, J.C. Horn, fantastic cornerback here, probably for the rest of this rebuild here. They have Jeremy Chin, who's also super young. He's only 22, still considered a rookie. Their last draft class was really good. With Derek Brown, Gross-Matos, Jeremy Chin, they had a really solid draft class. Also, they have Hassan Reddick on this team, and I was trying to figure out where I want to play him. Because Hassan Reddick is a talented edge rusher. But, like, I want Gross-Matos rushing off the edge because he's still young. So what I think I might do is keep Reddick up here. Kind of doing what the Cardinals did like at the beginning of Reddick's career, like playing him not where he probably should be, but I might keep Reddick up here because he's not bad, at least in terms of Madden, right? He's not bad as a 4-3 outside linebacker. He could totally do it. You know, since like rotational pass rush isn't really a thing in Madden, I'm going to have him stay out here. And then if Gross Matos doesn't develop, then I could probably have Reddick replace him at defensive end. That works for me. That definitely works for me. We then have Shaq Thompson and Denzel Perriman as the other two linebackers. We don't have a great free safety, so we have to work on that. Also, AJ Bouye is here. He's pretty old, but he's still good, so I'll probably keep him for a year or two. We'll kind of see how that goes. And we also have Daquan Jones, who I can probably trade. He's pretty old. His cap situation I don't think is great either. But yeah, there's the Panthers. The Panthers, I think, have a bright future. They're definitely one of the better teams picking in the top 10 this past year, that's for sure. If Sam Darnold can play well, I would not be surprised if this team finished above 500, because they have a pretty good roster all around them. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and make some trades. This is entirely fantasy style. I don't make nearly as many trades as I used to because you kind of physically can't anymore in this game. So let's just go through, get rid of a couple starters potentially. I would like to get a first-round draft pick, and also let me check out my pick situation. I don't think they should have this. Is it a second-round pick they traded for Darnold? Let me look up that trade really quick. All right, so the Panthers got rid of a 6th-round draft pick in the draft that just happened, and then a 2nd and 4th rounder in the following year. I know it says 2021, but this is technically the following year, so I have to give him this and this. Jeff Smith. Let's go, bud. You're on the team now. Okay, so we got that out of the way, and now we can go ahead and trade for some other draft picks. Should I just trade for the Jets picks, like, again? All right, so it took me a little while, but I finally got a tight end. I tried a bunch of different trades, and David Njoku is the best player I'm able to get at the moment. I was really close to getting Mike Gesicki with like a 3rd-round draft pick next year. That's what I had to throw in as well. But with these 3 players, I can get David Njoku, so I will take that. All right, and the final trade we're going to do, because I can't trade anybody else really, is going to be Trenton Cannon, Dan Arnold, and Daquan Jones for the Eagles' 3rd-round draft pick. I hope the Eagles don't play well. They're pretty hit or miss in this game. Like every once in a while, they'll just play terribly, but then also every so often they play out of their minds. So hopefully they don't do well at all. But yeah, the team didn't really change all that much. Got rid of a couple starters. Nothing too big happened. Also, I think I'm going to have Morgan Fox play defensive tackle instead of Daquan Jones. I'd rather have him there anyway. He's younger, not much worse, and far cheaper. So I feel like this made a lot of sense. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be the team. I'm not going to sign any free agents or anything like that, but I will see you at the midseason. So at the midseason mark here, we are 2-6, not performing well, in last place in the division. That's not that bad, though, because at least we can get a good draft pick. I hope we don't, like, randomly stabilize at the end of the season or something. That would kind of suck. But let's definitely go ahead and bring back Taylor Moton. Definitely the best offensive lineman on this team. And he's the only player we need right now, so I will certainly take him. Let's bump up his contract a little bit more. There we go. He's coming back to the team. One other small thing. I've been recently informed in my comments that apparently if you use the Browns playbook on offense and the Bengals playbook on defense, it's pretty broken. So we're trying that this year. It's not working out too well. I also don't have auto progression on. Got to turn that on for sure, but it's not working out too well. But also, Sam Darnold might not be playing well. We'll kind of see how he does. I don't really want to draft a quarterback. I'd really like to keep Sam Darnold this whole time, but it's definitely going to depend on these first 2 seasons. Very surprisingly, we are not in the playoffs. We finished 6-10 this year, though. Honestly, I was hoping we'd do a little bit worse, but it's all good. Sam Darnold, 4,200 yards, 22 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Not a great season, but at least I feel like good enough to try one more year with him. If he doesn't do well next year, though, I feel like maybe then we look for his replacement. But Christian McCaffrey was really good. 12 touchdowns, 4.9 yards per carry. DJ Moore had a good season. David Njoku was solid, 9 touchdowns for him. Robbie Anderson was all right. Marshall didn't really do much. I had him playing in the slot too. Maybe that's not super broken in the Browns playbook. But sacks allowed, very bad here for the tackles. Taylor Moton, Greg Little, not doing well. I expected this from Greg Little, but not Taylor Moton. That's for sure. 108 tackles for Shaq Thompson, 106 for Hassan Reddick, 11 tackles for loss for Derek Brown. Not much pressure here right now. How did Brian Burns only get 5 sacks? What are you talking about? 6 picks, though, for AJ Bouye, 3 for Hassan Reddick, and Shaq Thompson. Interesting seeing them both get 3 interceptions. We have 2 for a couple other players, 1 for a bunch of guys as well. Okay. 11th in the NFL on offense. Defensively, 25th. Cam Newton's going to win MVP. He's so busted in this game, it's crazy. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Tom Brady. Of course, nobody here from the Panthers. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Wagner. Nobody here from the Panthers. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Fields. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. But Jeremy Chin at number 7. Let's go. I hope I didn't miss anybody else because we didn't have like anybody in those awards. The Browns and the Rams are in the Super Bowl. Let's advance by. The Browns are most likely going to win because they're nuts. 44-21. Wasn't even really all that close. Let's go ahead though and sign some free agents. We have $56.56 million. Of course, Chris Godwin is the top free agent. This is rough. Maybe if we get Chris Godwin, we could like trade Robbie Anderson. Because he's getting old. He's going to regress shortly. I'll give Chris Godwin a pretty small contract. See if he wants to come onto the team. Let's give him a 4-year contract. Worth not much money at all. And then let's be sure to go over and check out these development trait upgrades. Because I completely forgot already. I doubt anyone on the offense is up in development trait. Yeah, nobody is up in development trait. At least on this side of the ball. Defensively, though, Hassan Reddick is up. So is AJ Bouye. And I think that is all. Another thing I want to try to do. Gross Matos can probably play defensive tackle. 266, he's a power rusher. Seems strong enough for it. Let's move him to D tackle, and I think this allows us to move Hassan Reddick then to edge, where he should be playing. Let's move him to right end. And then we can have him and Brian Burns rushing off the edge. I think that is a much better combination. Then all we need is a linebacker here in the draft, and we are pretty set on defense. Also a safety, because we still don't have a good free safety. But still, I think this defense is going to look a little bit better now. I'll try this combination for next year. Hopefully something changes. But yeah, a couple of these guys on the defense went up in development trade. That's always cool to see. Also, I'm saving my coach experience to get the quarterback upgrade. I want to get that pretty early in this video to see if we can actually progress Sam Darnold. All right, so we got one free agent. We got Raekwon McMillan. So we have somebody who can play linebacker if I can't draft one, so that's fine. Let's see what we're looking like here on Chris Godwin. The Bills are heavily pursuing Chris Godwin. If the Bills get Chris Godwin, they're going to be unstoppable on offense. Him and Stephon Diggs together. Let's try to approach their contract a little bit more. Give him a bit more signing bonus here. Okay, we actually took the lead with that, so I will try to get Chris Godwin on the team. This might mean that Robbie Anderson is going to be moved soon. We did not get Chris Godwin. Okay, so Robbie Anderson is staying on the team. All right, so let's just hop straight into the draft then. This draft class looks interesting. I feel like there's nobody who like jumps off the board to me. So because of that, we're just going to skip to pick number 7. I kind of want another second round draft pick, but hold on a second. Maybe we can trade up in the second round. There are some players who I wouldn't mind taking right now. We have Kevin Archibald. Looks okay. We have this middle linebacker who is a mid-first round talent, probably the best linebacker in this entire class. We have a couple corners. Late first round talent though, so that guy actually doesn't look that good. This draft class in general doesn't look that strong. There's a really good strong safety. James Ortiz. I really want this guy. I feel like with this pick though, we should probably go linebacker. Because the next best option would be like Dustin Callaway, who I could definitely land. But I don't think he's going to be that good. He'll probably be like a 64. I'm going to go with William Kuchner.
I literally mispronounced this guy's name the entire rest of the video. I'm sorry, I'm so dumb. His last name is Kutcher, not Kuchner. I'm smart.
Maybe he can be like a Luke Kuechly clone or something. Let's see. He's a 75 with hidden. It's a really good draft pick. Good speed, good tackling, good acceleration. Good hit power as well. Not the best zone coverage, but that's fine. Okay, that's not a bad draft pick. And then we certainly need to trade up. Because I need that safety. When is he supposed to go? He's supposed to go in the early second round. Oh, we might have to trade back into the first. Okay, so this is different. I was going to trade up with the Giants in order to get their selection to take the safety that we want. But I couldn't get their first round pick. That would not go through. Instead, I'm getting Jabril Peppers. So we're just getting a safety who we already know is good. I'm going to have to check out that safety. Because I don't actually think he's going to be that crazy. Like, he's probably going to be like a 76, 77. But I very much doubt he has a good development trait. I'll certainly have to check him out. But let's go ahead and take a tackle. Surprisingly enough, there was one pretty good-looking tackle left. That's why I traded Pat Elflein. Because I feel like this guy could probably just slide to guard. Jacob Giraldo. Let me just check around really quick. Because you never know who else is still available. But I think it's going to be Giraldo. Yeah, it certainly is going to be him. Let's take him, and hopefully he's pretty good. He's a 72 with normal. He's just as good as Pat Elflein and way, way younger. Now in the 5th round here, I'm actually going to take this defensive end, Braxton Amell. He has a good combine grade, just going strictly off of that. He's pretty good. Ranked number 93, took him at number 135. Definitely not a bad option. And then this next pick here, we're just going to take that middle linebacker who is supposed to go undrafted. Because this guy's going to be like a 64 is my guess. He's a 67. Okay, so he technically could have started at middle linebacker. But I'd rather have the hidden development trait guy for sure. There really wasn't all that much I wanted with that first round selection anyway. So I don't really mind that middle linebacker is pretty good as well. But I'm going to take Tyquan Beckwith with this pick. He's a 67. There we go. Getting more depth defensive lineman, man. You love to see it. But I think this draft went really well. Right? So we have a hidden development trait middle linebacker. And then a bunch of other guys who are all pretty solid. One guy who's going to start. The rest are just backups. But then we also got Jabril Peppers. So I will take it. Now, I desperately need to see what this safety is all about. It is James Ortiz. I would not have been able to get him anyway. Let me just point that out. The Giants pick number 26. He went number 25. He only has normal. I figured he would. He is really solid, but I'd definitely rather have Jabril Peppers. Also considering I would not have been able to get him, even if I traded up there. But the best player is Alexander Spears, of course, normal development trait. Normal development trait. Hidden development trait. There we go. We got one. They lost Chris Godwin and got this stud. That man is fast. Okay. Well, yeah. That draft went well, I think. I definitely think the team improved because of it. Okay, this is going to be the team then for this next year. I don't think I have any pieces I can trade away. Maybe next year we get rid of Robbie Anderson. He might actually be on a contract here. He is on a contract here, so we are going to lose him. Okay, but I kind of want him on the team still. I doubt I could really upgrade at receiver by just trading him. So I'm not going to try it. Maybe we bring him back. Probably not, though. I really wish we got Chris Godwin now, but it's all good. You know, we'll make it work. But yeah, here's the offense. We have a new right guard. We have Geraldo now. He's a rookie, of course. Hopefully he can develop really well. The rest of the offense is pretty much looking the same. I just hope the team can play better. Collectively, I think they should be able to. And then defensively, we have a new look D-line. We have Gross Matos playing D-tackle number 2. Hassan Reddick moved to right end. We have a new middle linebacker, a new free safety. I moved Jabril Peppers over there. I moved him other than Jeremy Chin. I guess I could have moved either of them, really. Chin has 82 zone coverage, and Jabril Peppers has 79. Jeremy Chin's already their strong safety. I'll just leave it. It's not a big deal. It's fine. I don't think it makes that much of a difference here in Madden. But yeah, I think the team's looking just a little bit better than they were last year. I am going to make one scheme change, though, or one playbook change, actually. I am going to change my defensive playbook to the Browns as well. I have only ever seen good things from the Browns' defensive playbook in a 4-3. I'm going to keep their offensive playbook, just to see if it's as glitchy as people say. But last season didn't really show that, but also we had a 70 overall quarterback. So I don't really know how to take last season. We're going to give it another year here, see how it does. Might revert back to my Titans playbook, because that was always my go-to. But now, we'll see you at the midseason. Alright, so how's the team looking at week 9? 3-4. A little bit better than last year. I'll take it. We also have a breakout quarterback challenge. Let me just go ahead and activate this really quickly. I don't think this is going to happen. He has to have 300 total passing yards, 3 total touchdowns, no picks, and win. The Giants are a pretty good team here in Madden, even though they're 3-5. Let's advance by and see if we can get this done. We cannot because we lost the game. That's sad, but it's okay. Figured it was worth a shot. Might as well try it. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the team. See what we're looking like here. Sam Darnold's about to be up to a 76, though. It's not all bad. What's the development trait of the middle linebacker? Only star, but hopefully that goes up. Linebackers go up all the time, so hopefully he is like every other linebacker. That would be nice. But now we can finally use our coach experience to get the quarterback upgrade. I really want to try to develop Sam Darnold, man. I'm doing my best. But DJ Moore has to come back to the team. He's a player I certainly want back. Robbie Anderson, probably don't want him back. He's going to regress pretty badly. Dante Jackson, Jabril Peppers, David Njoku, Matt Paradis, and then Sam Darnold. Oh no, Sam Darnold needs a contract. All right, well, let's start out here with DJ Moore. Dante Jackson, let's also give him a contract. Well, he doesn't want that one. Okay, Jabril Peppers I want back. Oh man, Sam Darnold wants a contract now. I was hoping it would be the following season so we can give him one more year just to see what he can do. But we're getting most of these guys back here. That's not all bad. Matt Paradis I'll also give a contract to as well. Give him a 2-year deal. He's still good. Do we commit to Sam Darnold? This isn't that big of a contract. I'm going to do it. We got the quarterback upgrade. I am committing to the man. Also, Joey Sly, I will give like a long contract to. A 5-year contract for the kicker. Let's go. All right, so now we just need to get back Dante Jackson, and then we are all good. We made the playoffs this year. We actually won out as well at week 15. We were 7-6. So we closed the season out really well. Let's go. On top of the division as well. Love to see that. Sam Darnold had a really good season. Not that many yards, under 4,000, but 32 touchdowns, 5 picks. Certainly deserves that contract extension. I will take that. Christian McCaffrey, 4.9 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns, doing his thing. DJ Moore had a really good year. Marshall had a much better year this time. 874 yards, 11 touchdowns. David Njoku, 800 yards. Robbie Anderson, 8 touchdowns. Sacks allowed are still horrible. What is happening? 122 tackles for William Kuchner. Oh, this has to be a development trade upgrade for the man. 13 tackles for loss for Derek Brown. 9.5 sacks for Brian Burns. 8 for Hassan Reddick. There we go. A lot more production from the edge rushers. Gross Matos is playing like just as well here at D tackle number 2, so I'll take it. 3 picks for Kuchner, 3 picks for Bouye, 2 for Dante Jackson and Jabril Peppers, 1 for Jeremy Chin and Jermaine Carter. We were 15th on offense this year, and then 23rd on defense. Ryan Tannehill is going to win MVP. No Sam Darnold on this list. Also, Zach Wilson of the 2-14 Jets at number 9. I love it. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Russell Wilson. Sam Darnold at number 3, though. I mean, I'm just saying. Let's go. Defensive Player of the Year is Eric Kendricks. William Kuchner at number 6. That would have been huge if he could have won that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Maxwell Dyson. Defensive Rookie of the Year is William Kuchner. Please tell me he's up in development trait too. He has to be, man. He absolutely has to be. But I'm surprised that we actually made the postseason this year. After that midseason record, I didn't think it was really going to happen. Let's definitely get the linebacker upgrade, and let's definitely get the D-line upgrade. We have a lot of young players in the D-line. Now, let's see if we can take down the Vikings. I feel like the Vikings aren't typically in the playoffs, but they are in 88. They have a good team. Of course, a great running back, Dalvin Cook. Most teams with a good running back are like pretty good in this game. Let's advance by. Can we take them down? We actually can. 14-9. What a boring game. Now we have to take on the Packers, one of the best teams in this entire game for sure. Up there for being the best team in this conference. They might go to the Seahawks, though. I don't know. We're going to lose that game, though, 34-28. Let's go to the Super Bowl. See if the Packers are in it. They are in it, and they're actually taking on the Dolphins. That's a team I don't normally see in the Super Bowl, but they also have a really cool, exciting young team. But let's scout, and then I will advance by. All right, let's see who is going to be the winner of the Super Bowl. The Packers are going to win 49-24. All right, now let's check out development trade upgrades. Sam Darnold should be up. That surprises me, man. He played really well. I really thought he was going to go up to star right there. Okay, nobody on the offense is up in development trade, but then defensively, the middle linebacker is also not up. How, dude? This is a robbery. What are you talking about? All right, maybe he'll go up next year. That's so strange. Okay, well, Robbie Anderson, I definitely don't want for 4 years. I will give you a 1-year contract, my dude. And he wants to play for a new team. Okay. Oh, I didn't get Dante Jackson back. Hold on. The contract length works, but that's about it. Okay, let's make sure we get him back. He's a good corner for us still. And he's coming back to the team. Okay, good. I think we're probably good just to hop into free agency then. We just need a receiver. And maybe some offensive linemen if there are some good pieces here. $63.64 million. Of course, Jair is available. But so is Denzel Ward. I'm going to go after Denzel Ward. He's a player you don't typically see here in free agency. I feel like he almost always gets re-signed. So we're going to give him a contract and then check out receivers. I'll go after Michael Gallup just because he's a scheme fit. And I think we're definitely going to get Ryan Jensen because he's a really good center. He's far better than Matt Paradis is right now. Of course, Fred Warner is available, dude. He literally always is. But hang on a second. Chris Barnes is available at Superstar Development. Yes, please. I will give you a contract. You can play outside linebacker all day for us. All right, this free agency period could be huge. We got Ryan Jensen. We got Denzel Ward. We did not hear back yet from Michael Gallup or Chris Barnes. I really want Chris Barnes on the team, so we're going to up his contract. I don't mind giving him a good bit of money because he's still very young, and with superstar development, he's going to be a stud. All right, let's check it out. Did we get those players? We got Michael Gallup and we got Chris Barnes. Okay, that's sick. That helps out the team a lot. Now, I'm looking to trade up in the draft here again. Maybe we can get rid of Paradis now, since he's getting pretty old. And then Chris Barnes is going to be playing left outside linebacker, so maybe we can trade Raekwon McMillan as well. AJ Bouye can also potentially be on the move, because now that we have Denzel Ward, I want Dante Jackson and JC Horn starting. Yeah, so we're going to trade AJ Bouye as well. Bouye's been having a pretty good rebuild here for us, but I would rather have a better draft pick right now, since I don't want JC Horn being the number 4 corner anyway. All right, we're just going to load straight into the draft, and I got to say, this is one of the best running back classes I have ever seen. It kind of sucks we don't need a running back, but it's all good. Now, I definitely need to trade up. I don't know who I'm going to trade up with. Okay, we're giving up a lot, but we are moving up to pick number 8. Raekwon McMillan, the 27th overall pick and the 7th overall pick. Now, this probably won't end up being that worth it, but I want to take him just because he won the Heisman. I hope he didn't go. He did not go. It's Jason White. So, yeah, I got rid of a lot just to take an outside linebacker. Probably not going to be overall worth it, but he won the Heisman. So if he has, like, X factor, probably then worth it. So let's go ahead and take him. He's a 76 with hidden. Okay. 84 speed, 91 acceleration, 79 block shed, 83 strength. He is going to definitely start at outside linebacker. I'm really hoping he has a good development trait, man. That's mostly what I'm banking on here. And the one running back I wanted got selected. That sucks. I'm going to take Warren Harris here most likely, though. But there's a guy with a 7.8 combine who looked really good. But Warren Harris, 76 with normal. Yeah, he's a really good running back. A good backup there for Christian McCaffrey. I know I'm probably going to get flamed for trading up that much to take an outside linebacker. But you know what? Screw it. It's okay. I do want another receiver. Cliff Lewis, a late second round, or Isaiah Williams, a mid-second round. Definitely going to be Williams then. 71 with normal, but he's a pretty good receiver. Good spec catch. I'll take that. We have 2 right guards on the draft board. I'm going to take both of them. 67 overall, Terrell Purnell. Better rhyme with that name. Oh, he's horrible at blocking. I saw a bunch of 60s down there. That sucks. Now, the 27th pick in the 5th round. Let's take Earl Nayland. 65 overall. Also cannot block too well. This draft, I think, went alright. Jason White has incredible potential, but that's honestly it out of like this entire class. But let's go ahead and check out the whole class. Let me find this running back. Was it Stephon Stackhouse? I think it was. Only normal development trait, but this man looked crazy good. Really good acceleration, really good change of direction. Yeah, that's a good running back. Austin Cormier, or Cormier, however that's pronounced. And then DeMarcus Moore are the top 2 players. All with normal. Cam Gant, normal. Can we have somebody with not normal here? Britton Rhodes, normal. Michael Jackson. No, Michael Jackson was the guy I wanted. I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, Michael Jackson. He looked insane. Also the name, Michael Jackson. That's amazing, but it's okay. Quincy Davidson, normal. Jason White, of course, is our guy. So we have the top player with hidden development trait. Technically, this quarterback does too, and they're both 76s. But my God, this draft class looked pretty bad then. But who knows, dude? Maybe this means we got a superstar X factor. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to make a trade. I do kind of want another draft pick since we don't have ours anymore. All right, I got the Bengals' 2nd round selection. I couldn't get anybody's first, so I'll take that. This is going to be the team then for the next year. Okay, this team's looking pretty good in my opinion. We also have a hidden development trait guard without a picture. Bruce Parrish. All right, sure. But yeah, this is the team. It's an 89 overall, 88 offense, 91 defense. I think this team's looking really solid. We have a better offense in general just because Ryan Jensen's now on the team. He's a much better center than Paradis was at an 89 overall. We have a good wide receiver core still. We replaced Robbie Anderson with Michael Gallup. Sam Darnold just came off his best season ever, so hopefully he can, build off of that confidence. And then on the defensive side, we drafted Jason White at outside linebacker. He should be sick over there. Hopefully he develops really well for us. Denzel Ward joined the team. Chris Barnes is also here too. The team's looking really nice. I also could probably trade Shaq Thompson. I should have probably done that. Hold on. Let me see if I can trade him now. I kind of messed up. I probably could have gotten a first then if I added him. Wait, maybe the Ravens? Potentially. The Ravens really want him. That's halfway through. Could I use this like 2nd round draft pick to get him or something? Can I use our 2nd round draft pick? All right, I got a trade to go through actually with the Jaguars this time. It's projected to be worse than the Ravens, but the Ravens I feel like have a better team. So I don't know. But yeah, I got their 1st round draft pick. So at least we got 1 1st round draft pick back. I also got rid of our 2nd, so not the 2nd we just traded for. That 2nd round draft pick should still be pretty good. But yeah, there's the team. I think it's looking pretty nice. We have some draft picks now for this next year. Let's see how the team does. All right, so in a weird turn of events, the team is 1-6. Huh? How is this team 1-6? I don't understand exactly what's going wrong. The outside linebacker is a superstar X factor, so I think the trade up with is definitely warranted. Brian Burns needs to come back to the team. I want him. Hassan Reddick I would like back. Greg Little kind of sucks right now, so I don't think I want him. But Brian Burns and Hassan Reddick, definitely want both of them back on the team. Brian Burns does not want to come back just yet. Hassan Reddick hopefully will. He will. Okay, cool. So we have one of the edge rushers back. Hopefully we can get the next one next week. All right, so Brian Burns did accept his contract eventually, and now we are simulating to the end of the year where we are not in the playoffs. We finished 5-11. Yeah. This is definitely a 5-11 kind of team. Sam Darnold just played horribly, at least compared to last year. Christian McCaffrey was still pretty good. DJ Moore, almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, definitely the best receiver on this team. The entire offensive line, aside from Greg Little, was solid. Interesting. This is a weird season. What happened? 16 tackles for loss for Derek Brown, 11 sacks for Hassan Reddick, 4 picks for Dante Jackson, 3 for Chris Barnes, 1 for Jeremy Chin and Jabril Peppers. Okay, 24th on offense. Defensively, 9th. This was such a weird season, man. Kyle Trask is starting for the Buccaneers now. What is going on? He's going to be the Offensive Player of the Year. Sure. We are the only team in this division to not have a quarterback right here. Like, the top 3 quarterbacks are all from our division. And Sam Darnold's not even on the list. Justin Fields is on Washington? Okay. Defensive Player of the Year is Roquan Smith. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Antoine Fulton. Warren Harris, though, at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jason White at number 2. Well, he doesn't have to go up in development trait anymore, so that's honestly fine. This season sucked, like, a lot. I don't know how, though. Maybe the offensive playbook is not the wave. I'm going to try the Titans next year, I think. I think I am going to make the transition. But the Browns and the Saints in the Super Bowl. Battle of 2 Goliaths. And the Browns are going to win 34-21. Now, I doubt anybody went up in development trait. Also, we have a 95 rated defense, and it just doesn't matter. Okay, well, at least on the offense, nobody is up. Chris Barnes is up on the defense, though. That's cool. Nobody else is. This team is good. Like, I don't get it. I'm changing the playbook right now. I've just not had great experience with the Browns' offensive playbook. We're only going to change the offensive playbook. Nothing else. I like the way the defense has been playing. The schemes are fine. The scheme fit percentages are okay, at least at this point in a rebuild. Usually they go down pretty low the longer you go into a rebuild. But anyway, I don't think we want Greg Little back on the team. I think we can get a new left tackle. Probably get a new punter too. Okay, so let's just hop into free agency. We have like $20 million to spend. It doesn't really look like there is a good left tackle. Greg Little is the best left tackle. Oh, we could get Nate Davis, maybe move him over. Actually, David Andrews. I'd rather have David Andrews on the team. I'm sure he could play left tackle perfectly fine. In Madden, that is. Maybe not in real life, but in Madden for sure. Okay, we got David Andrews. We're going to move him to left tackle, because currently we have a 59 overall player at left tackle. That's not what you want to see, that's for sure. So very sadly, we have the 26th overall pick in the draft, after going 5-11. That definitely sucks. Should we get a quarterback? I don't think we should. Early first-round talent quarterback, though, Nick Weston. Will Bush as well. There are some beasts. This guy won the Heisman. He looks very alright. Pretty fast, but okay. What do we need on this team? I'm just gonna simulate straight to our pick. I don't think we need anything, man. We are like a 92 overall. We have a really good team all the way around. Alright, well, this quarterback is here. He could be the backup to Sam Darnold. Honestly, should I just do that? Yeah, I'm just gonna go that route. He's a 76 with normal. Okay, he's gonna be the backup quarterback. It probably would be wise to start him, but I'm sticking with Sam Darnold, okay? For at least another season. If Sam Darnold doesn't play well next year, I think we then go ahead and start that guy we just drafted. Alright, well, maybe we get a tight end here. Caleb Noel or John Caldwell. Both look pretty good. I'm thinking that's the selection here. Because I don't think we need anything, especially on defense. We are very stacked on defense. I mean, actually, yeah, you're only a late first-round talent. Never mind. If there's anything else, maybe I would have taken him. I'm going to get a tight end. We're going to go John Caldwell. He has hidden development trait. Okay, he's actually really good. I can still get Max Hartwell as well. So we're going to go ahead and take him. 71 overall. Normal development trait. Not too bad. In the 4th round, if he's here, I'm taking that other quarterback. He is not still here. Okay, there's another D-tackle and another D-tackle. A lot of defensive tackles we scouted. And that one defensive tackle definitely looks like the best player left. Gerald Lindsey. 71 with normal. He is really good. Okay. I'm going to go to the end of the draft now, though. I don't really care who we get at the end here. All right, so here's the draft class. I think it went all right. Not really anyone here is going to start, though. I actually don't think any single player here is going to start this year. But let's see who the best player in the entire class is. It's a wide receiver, AJ Falk. 78 overall hidden, really good acceleration. He's a good player. Another good receiver here, Brenton Tongue. All right, interesting. So, yeah, this team should play well. We are a 92. Sam Darnold, this is your last year. If you do not play well, you're done, okay? Weston is taking over for you if you do not play well. So, yeah, here's the team. I still think it's in a really good position. We have a new offensive playbook now. We're going to see if that makes any difference. But now I will see you at the midseason. All right, how are we looking at week 9? 5-3. So doing better than we really have been so far at this point. All right, not too bad. Hopefully we can clutch up and make the playoffs, though. I don't think we have anything to reveal, like development trait-wise. But let's see who has to come back to the team right now. Taylor Moton, Ryan Jensen, J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin, David Andrews. A lot of players who I would like. Okay. Taylor Moton tops the list. I want him back for sure. Ryan Jensen's still really good. He doesn't want to come back to the team just yet. Okay, J.C. Horn is fantastic. He's coming back. Jeremy Chin I would really like back as well. We might run out of money. He does not want to come back just yet. David Andrews, I'm just going to offer him this contract too. He's coming back. That's nice. I think a lot of these other guys we can definitely replace. All right, so let's see if we can get these other few guys this current week here. We got Jeremy Chin and Ryan Jensen. Those are the only other two players I would like right now. This would give us a little bit of money, I feel like, to spend in free agency. So I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and get Jeremy Chin back. Boom, we got them both. Okay, sick. All right, so we are in the playoffs, but just barely. We went 9-7. In third place in the division as well. This division was incredibly close. Sam Darnold, 4,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, 17 picks. Not much better than last year, but still an improvement. Christian McCaffrey's pretty much been doing this the entire time. Terrace Marshall actually had a really good season finally. 8 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. That's probably because I changed the scheme and he's still the slot receiver, I believe. So maybe we do bring him back. I don't know. Actually, I don't think it matters who we have playing the slot. Like, I'm sure they're all going to do well. Blocking was pretty good, though. 98 tackles there for Chris Barnes. 16 tackles for loss for Brian Burns. 12.5 sacks, though, for Hassan Reddick. 10.5 for Brian Burns. 2 picks for a lot of different players. Hassan Reddick got 2 at defensive end. That's cool. 1 pick then for Jason White, William Kuchner, and Jabril Peppers. Okay, so 9th in the NFL on offense. Defensively, we were 13th. Okay, the team actually played pretty well. Kyle Trask, though, won an MVP. Sure. Mac Jones at number 8 as well. Look at that. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Kyle Trask. Defensive Player of the Year is Deion Jones. Offensive Rookie of the Year, nobody from the Panthers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody from the Panthers. All right, well, we very quietly made the postseason then. We have to take on Washington Football Team. They are an 87. We are a 94 overall roster. And I guarantee we still get pooped on right now. 14-7. We did not get pooped on. We did the pooping, okay? 94 overall against an 85 overall team. Come on. Don't let me lose this one. Also, we didn't really poop on Washington. It was a very close game. 28-17. We beat the Rams. Now we have to go up against the Cowboys. They're a 91. Okay, this team makes sense. They're probably going to put up a much better fight than the other two teams. But let's see what happens. Go straight to the Super Bowl. And we are in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Let's check out these development trade upgrades, because I think I actually might end the rebuild after this. Sam Darnold hasn't gone up once this entire rebuild. It's been very depressing, but it's okay. DJ Moore, those up to a 99. It's pretty sick. Defensively then, Derek Brown is up in development trait, and I believe that is it. Somehow Kuchner didn't go up this entire time either. I don't get it, but let's see if we can take down the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and his Chiefs. This is going to be a very tough game. They're an 89 overall. I don't think we win this, but I also didn't think we were going to win any of the games that we won so far in the postseason, so let's see what happens. This is truly a battle of the best quarterbacks in the NFL currently. Sam Darnold versus Patrick Mahomes. 10-0. We have the lead. 13-7 right now. 20-7. It's looking pretty good for us here. But never count out Patrick Mahomes. 20-14. 28-14. This might be it. That might be too much for them to overcome. 28-21. It is certainly not too much for them to overcome. Game's going to go to overtime, and we are going to win the Super Bowl in overtime, 34-28. This team is amazing. I'm the best rebuilder on YouTube. It's definitely a fact at this point. The Titans' offensive playbook, better than the Browns' offensive playbook. That's certainly a fact at this point. But yeah, here we go. Seeing the same celebration over and over again. Just different confetti. Look at the effort that EA puts into this game. Just changing the confetti colors for each team that wins the Super Bowl. But the same exact celebration still. I guess that's fine by their eyes. I don't know. But yeah, this one went kind of well. I mean, we won a Super Bowl. That's sick. But like, was it really that good? This team did not play nearly as well as I expected. But Sam Darnold bounces back for Super Bowl MVP. I actually want to check out these stats in a second. I want to see if he outdueled Patrick Mahomes. Okay? Because if he did, he deserves Patrick Mahomes' contract. I think that's what happens. If you outduel the quarterback, you get their contract. That's how the world works, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, look at the Panthers. We're freaking out, hoisting up the Lombardi. Let me know a couple other teams you'd like me to rebuild in the future, because I'm definitely down to take some suggestions from the comments. But let's see here. Patrick Mahomes definitely got out-dealt by the man, the myth, the legend, Sammy D. It's not even close either. Sam Darnold played really well. Anyway, though, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Where every step you take is to